What's good with y'all? So Misfits Boxing has officially put out their pound for pound rankings for both the women and the men. So we're gonna look at them. I'm gonna talk about them a little bit, see what I would change, and this also gives you guys the opportunity to let me know in the comment section what you would change and how you would rank all of these fighters. I also really like how they separated the women from the men, because it's a little bit tougher. Well, it's a lot tougher when you're trying to make these pound for pound lists and you're trying to include the women with the men, because I don't know, the men are just it's unfortunately, you know, it's gonna sound sexist. It is what it is. I don't care. Cancel me if you want. But the men are just more skilled. They pick up the sport more. They're more skilled. They're more technical. They display more power, you know, so it's just too tough trying to rank the women alongside the men. I just don't think it's very fair. So for the women to have their own category where they are put on the pedestal of themselves, I think it's the right thing to do, and I really like it. So first, let's look at this women pound for pound rankings, as there isn't all that much that I have to say about this. I kind of agree with pretty much most of what they got. So you see at 10, they got Michelle Carre. I'm pretty sure she fought on Misfits a while ago. Nikki Haru, not sure who that is. Tennessee Thresh at 8. At 7, Paige Keiki. 6, Elena Vampira. 5, Elbrook. 4, Barbie. 3, AJ Bunker. 2, Astra Wet. And 1, of course, Julie Polka. For this one, I expect Tennessee Thresh. Of course, it is kind of weird seeing someone who's 0-1 on a pound for pound ranking, but you know, there's not all that many female fighters, especially consistent female fighters who are continuing to fight. So it makes sense. Plus, she was in that close fight with Paige Keiki, so it only it makes sense that they're at 7 and 8. Elena Vampira at 6. I'm cool with that. I'm more so going to talk about this upper echelon of this pound for pound rankings. Julie Polka at 1. I'm cool with that. Astra Wet at 2. I'm cool with that. It's more so 3, 4, and 5, right? Of course, I think Barbie should be over Elbrook, just because in the Kingpin tournament, Barbie made it to the finals, whereas Elbrook did not. So I think it's only fair that Barbie is above Elbrook. But where I think they have it a little mixed up is having AJ Bunker at 3. I think they mainly put her there because she's a champion, but I'm pretty sure she lost to Elbrook. So for that reason, I just can't have her ranked above Elbrook in my personal opinion, because she lost that fight. So how could she pound for pound be better than Elbrook or ranked higher? You know what I mean? Even if she is the champion. So I would probably move Barbie up to 3, Elbrook up to 4, and drop AJ Bunker down to 5. That's really the only thing I would change about this list. But as we move on to the men's pound for pound rankings, now this is where a lot of people are gonna have some contention or have some arguments on what they think the pound for pound ranking should be, as well as me. You know what I mean? I don't agree. I definitely don't agree with a lot of stuff that they have ranked on this list, but let's check it out. So at 10, they got Ashley Raksu. 9, Temple Arts. 8, Jarvis. 7, Gibb. 6, Logan Paul. 5, Anthony Taylor. 4, Slim. 3, Dean the Great. And tied for 1, they don't have someone at number 2. Tied for 1, they have KSI and Jake Paul. So I'm actually going to work from the top and work my way down, because KSI and Jake Paul being tied for number 1, come on, man. You can't, I don't think you can do that. But the thing is, right, with these guys, whether you have Jake at 1, KSI at 1, and then the other at 2, I don't really care. It's not an issue. After the Tommy Fury fight, both of them fighting Tommy Fury, KSI had the closer fight, but Jake Paul put on the better performance fight-wise. So however you want to see it, KSI 1, Jake 2, or Jake 1, KSI 2, I don't really care. Put them out wherever you want. Dean the Great at 3, I don't really like that one. I think I like Slim at 3. I think Slim has fought the better opposition. So both guys, very impressive performances, but I just think Slim has fought the better opposition. So I would have Slim at 3. At 4, still probably want to have Dean the Great. I think Misfits is kind of throwing shade at Gibb. I'm not gonna lie, I would have Gibb at 4. He's just been around a lot longer, has been much more of a dominant fighter as of late. So I would honestly, in my opinion, I would have Gibb at 4. At 5, that's where I would leave someone like Dean the Great at. You know, and even with Anthony Taylor being high on this list, the guy has lost multiple times. Why is he this high on this list? I don't really agree with that either. So after Dean the Great at 5, at 6, I would have Jarvis. I would actually have Jarvis over Anthony Taylor, just because Jarvis just, in my opinion, he looks like the better fighter, the more entertaining fighter. I won't say he's fought the better opposition, but he's had better performances. So I would have Jarvis above Anthony Taylor. And to be honest, I would even have Logan Paul above Anthony Taylor. So I would have what Logan Paul at what 7, Anthony Taylor at 8, and then 9 and 10 I'm cool with. So there's a lot on the men's side that I would definitely change, but you know, there are points for each of these guys that you can kind of flip-flop them. One guy move up 1 or 2, one guy move down 1 or 2. There's a bunch of things why I think with Misfits they are going to be a little bit biased, especially I wonder who they put in to discuss this and make these pound for pound rankings, because if Keemstar was one of them, that could be one major reason why Anthony Taylor is that high on the list. But that's all I really got to say about these pound for pound rankings. Let me know in the comment section what changes you'd make and how you would rank these guys and girls. As always, I thank you all so much for your support, and I'll catch you in the next video.